Hello and welcome to another episode today. So on this dive, which was about 3 or 4 days ago, I was on an offshore 2-day commercial trip. I was diving a bunch of reefs. On this reef in particular though, I had a school of bull sharks on there waiting for me to start hunting. So I go down and I shoot the first black grouper, which is what I'm mainly after on this trip. They're the highest priced fish. I shoot the first grouper, I jump on them pretty quick. And then I reload and I shoot the scamp grouper, and you'll see that the scamp gets attacked right away, and I get pulled through into the other sharks. So I get left with just the head of this scamp, and I end up hiding the head in the reef as a kind of a distraction for the sharks to keep trying to dig at while I keep hunting. And yeah, you'll see I end up doing pretty decent on this dive, despite dealing with, getting taxed and losing inexpensive spear shafts to these sharks. So I hope y'all enjoy the video. Heading down now. Try to let the chum get ahead of me a little bit. This way I come off as another predator just trying to feed as well. I spot this black grouper right here. Wait for the right shot. My other gun ready, just in case I need to push any sharks away or shoot another fish. See another grouper take off right there, but I can't go up that one just yet. Stay near this fish so I don't lose it. These sharks are nearby. See that bull shark coming in right here. Start reloading this gun. Try to get this scamp real quick. But bull shark was waiting right next to him. legs out front whenever I can, but I only do so much in this situation. Sucks to lose a nice fish like that. It's about $100 fish followed by a $100 spear shot. Ruined just like that. On second thought, I realized I probably shouldn't just leave it out in the open like this. The sharks don't deserve that. Find a nice ledge to put it in so it has something to distract them for a little bit. It's not something that works perfectly, but puts another scent into the water. That way they're not just coming after me and my stringer. Trying to bend this shaft back over my knee, but it's too kinked. It's not going to work underwater. With a closed track too, that type of bend's going to be really hard to get out, so I have to throw the shaft back in the gun and put it in a safe way or easy way to carry it with me. That way I don't have to just hang the gun behind me. So I can clip it up while I hunt with the other gun still, at least. Trying to get it out of the way as much as possible. More hydrodynamic this way too, easier to swim with. Bull shark's waiting for me to hunt something else. Gray angelfish swimming in the way here. Pretty healthy reef, judging by the fish at least. Not so much the color, but you see all the blue-headed wrasses and the Cuban hogfish if you look closely. Some tomtate grunts mixed in too. The rock beauty down there as well. A couple rock beauties. Now I'm searching the perimeter for another black grouper. Double checking this hole by the school of lane snappers here. This is a Goliath grouper here, Jewfish. I had problems with these two, but this one was a smaller specimen. Notice this Nassau right here. They're protected in Florida. There's not too many of them, unlike the Bahamas. Not to be mixed up with a red grouper. Definitely looks like a fat red grouper if you don't look close. Some smoke in this hole here, so I'm just making sure it was done by a tropical fish or something, not another grouper. Notice all these chromuses, these blue chromus fish swimming around. Healthy sign, good hole. Make sure to check this whole perimeter on this reef here before I leave it. That way I have no reason to come back in this direction. I noticed the black right here. I try to use the rock to my advantage. He spooks, so I start following him. Another one joins him, smaller one. Every time he goes between the rock, I try to use it to my advantage. But this one's not playing any games. It knows where it wants to go, which is the case for a lot of black groupers. They have a specific hole, or a couple specific holes that they're going after. So you gotta keep pace, make them think you're a shark, which most sharks, you won't chase them all the way once they get to the hole. So as long as you keep some fear in them and use that against them, you kind of expect what they're going to do. Try to conserve air, of course. Also, when I breathe hard, especially on deeper depths, over 100 feet like this, I build more nitrogen, so I get the bends easier. So I just try to breathe steadily and keep pace. I just try to keep eyesight. I don't have to be right over them. So right here it goes in, the little one gets turned around, notices the big one's in, gets me one look, enough to shoot him perfectly. I want to shoot the one outside the hole first, so that way I can kill one of them without the other one seeing what happened, which just leaves them in a state of confusion more. That way the big one's still in the rock and doesn't really know what's going on, compared to if I was to shoot the big one first. then the other one would know that the rock's not a safe space. The bull shark caught up with me, at least one of them did. I carefully check out the angles I'm given on this rock here. I want to shoot them head first if possible. They usually try to lock up with their heads, so you want to take this part out of them first. Take that part out first, more like. Of course, it's good to just do that in general, but especially in this setting. Like, see right here, I could shoot them in the back, but there's plenty of holes where you do have to do this, but this one's not one of them. Fish will always swim forward after you shoot them, just about, almost every fish. So if you can shoot them in the head and then they come out towards you, that's the best scenario. Trying to see through this smoke right here. Got him. Headshot, so I got good control over it. Helps a lot with the sharks as well. Making my ascent now to Deco. In Deco now, which is good because I'm not building more nitrogen, but the sharks get worse normally because I don't have any strategic cover. I mean, on the reef, even just having the rocks by you and everything helps you have better angles against the sharks. They act differently. They feel like they can get closer to you easier, or, you know, close in on you when you're in open water like this, so just gotta watch your angles. Send up a signal marker, show my boat where I'm at. Gotta keep an eye on these bulls while I'm waiting. Can't just go up and, you know, get in the boat like you can, like say you're free diving or something. I guess one of the catches of this, especially when you're doing a lot of repetitive dives. Before this one, I had just over a ledge in 240 feet, and I still had 3 more dives, or 2 more dives after this dive, so gotta especially decompress. It's a decent dive despite losing one of the groupers. Got all the other ones. At least $700 dive or so. Can't complain. Decent fish. Send my fish up, hold on to this shaft so I have it within reach if I need it. As long as my boat gets here pretty soon, I'm not too worried about the bull sharks getting on those fish right away because they're lower than me. They have very small pupils. It's harder for them to see stuff like that, especially when I'm right underneath it. If they do, they can't exactly make out exactly where it's at. I think the diversion might have worked too by putting the grouper's head in the rock because I only see one of the bull sharks, so seems like it might have helped a little bit. But as I said before, it's not a guaranteed with that. Boat's here finally. Not too worried about the fish being on me. So this was after my deco was finished. As you can see, I cut to it. Just wasn't in real time. Yeah, one took a scamp for me. Nice scamp. Crazy. Probably be a crazy video. Get my BC off. Checking my scuppers. I'm gonna jump back in my boat. And you can see the fish on the deck here. Now my surface time begins for my next dive. Thanks for watching. Hope to have some more edits for y'all here soon.